Hello there, survivors. Welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. Today, we're continuing our work on the bigger snow ruin in the snow biome on Extinction. And yeah, we started on this last stream. We got quite far, but we couldn't quite finish all of it because I thought the first snow ruin was big. This one is much bigger, and yeah, we still need to do a little bit more work to get this into a base shape, but this will definitely be a base where you don't run out of any room, because there's so much, there's absolutely so much space in here. So yeah, today the goal is to finish the build, maybe decorate it a little bit depending on how long finishing the build takes us, and then hopefully call it a day, you know, hopefully get another cool base completed. That would be really cool, right? Hello there everyone. Welcome back. There we go. The big snow ruin. This is what we managed to get up to last time. We got pretty far. We have all the foundations laid down, connected through the different levels, staircases in place, all the walls in place for all the lower levels. The only part that we really need to do a little work on is what we do on the roof, where we have the most freedom to basically make a really cool build. But before we start all of that, let's quickly catch up on how this works and what we do and what we did most of all. Like we did quite a lot. Of course, in the first stream we rebuilt that whole ruin. That's what we started with. This nice one over here, which I'm still really happy with. I definitely think this is a big base. It's probably all you need. But now we have an even bigger one, and this one would be good, especially for breeders as well. Let's start. Here we have two behemoth gate entrances. I see that we didn't really add any slopes here. Maybe we should, even though there's not much there. And we have a little window there in the corner as well. We got the entrance into the base. I'm just closing it so that nothing, nothing gets in. But yeah, we got a pretty big garage or dino pen here. We still need to get rid of the trees because I didn't do that yet. Yeah, so yeah, we didn't do that. But yeah, we have different layers, but definitely a lot of room here. A little bit of icebergs, but you know, that's fine. You know, that's part of the charm of living in the snow biome, right? Got some more windows up here as well to let in a little bit more light. And then we have one of those new barn door entrances on this side. So we have a big entrance here as well. So both sides should be able to get big dinos in, like Gigas and Karchas should easily be able to fit inside, or garage slash basement slash dino pen, whatever you want to make of it, really. It can be whatever you want to make of it. Hello there, welcome in everyone. And then we have the staircase leading up to the, I guess, the main entrance. I suppose it is the main entrance. So yeah, we have this floor where we have a bunch of room here. We even have a working city terminal, which I mean, that's quite nice, right? That's convenient. We have the corner of doom where we weren't allowed to build, so we made this little corner with destroyed benches, which is a lovely little garden area where we probably can't even add a lot of details because of the Titan area, I suspect. Yeah, wasn't allowed to build anything there. And then we have so much space. We have so much space over here. So first of all, we have all these little side rooms. There we go. We have this whole room. We have all this space over here with a lovely little window there. We have all this space here. Look at this. There's more space over here. And then we have this room with, would you look at that, even more space here. We can even, well, we could build many rooms in here, but we've only decided for now to make this into a room. Although I'm kind of tempted to just make this go all the way to the end, which probably we will do. Yeah, that is a big room. And then in the middle here, we we've actually created like a sort of inner courtyard. So we can enter here. It's the open sky, which will be really convenient, of course, with flyers being able to enter this area. And then you have two big barn doors on both ends to enter through. We have some of the glass floor, which was meant to kind of, you know, be able to see and appreciate the destroyed bit. But now with the inner courtyard, I'm not too sure if I want to keep it or maybe change it slightly, because it's kind of weirdly laid out right now, right? It's in a weird spot, at least. So yeah, but we have two of those glass ceilings. I kind of like the fact that you can see downwards, but maybe at least here on the inside of the house we'll have normal metal, and then maybe we'll have smaller windows where we can still see down into the basement, I suppose. Then we have this room. We have a beautiful staircase going up here. We have more space over here. This leads into that little room, or well, big room here to the side building as well. We have a little walkway over here going up to that part. And of course, we just have more space on this side as well. We have a big room here. We have connection to our beautiful balcony that we still can do something with. And then we have two smaller rooms. These might actually be called smaller rooms because they're not too big. Then we have the stairs leading up to this part, which is the first part where we actually got to design a little bit more, which we did this with, you know, kind of nice shape. Nothing too big and fancy, because now we have all this space on top left to basically see what we want to be building here. Well, I think for aesthetics, it would be fun to do a little bit of building up here, but of course, there's really nothing else that we need space-wise. So maybe we can think of some purposes for whatever we build up here, but we definitely don't need it. We could just make it a rooftop balcony and it would be fine. But then, where is the fun in that, right? Where is the fun in that? So I think we'll at least attempt to make it into something a little bit more exciting. Not exactly sure how we will do that, but that is at least the idea. That is at least what we will try. And we'll see how it goes. As I said, we will at least try to finish the whole build. Maybe do the decoration, or at least the start of what room is going to be what. Because there's so much. So yeah, I guess that's the tour of what we have so far. Let me grab some of my materials, and then we can get started again, I suppose. We can see. We can definitely easily have a glass skylight, yeah, for sure. We want to keep the middle open though, because that's the inner courtyard. We want to be able to fly down there with flyers. Large walls, I should have used those more maybe. Well, might as well pick up some of the glass, because we might be using it. Did I not pick the pillars? Oh, I did. I was already on my hotbar. The glass I use is from Architect Structures Remastered, which is probably one of the best building mods you could add to your game to get some really cool builds going. All right, we have a lot to build, but more importantly, just I guess we're kind of starting from scratch now, and we have a whole lot of space up here to make some cool builds out of, pretty much. Like, we kind of have free reign to just build something really, really cool. Okay, I think at least until that part, we're gonna fill it in with ceilings for sure. We might have some skylights in this part. I don't know if we want to actually be building an entire building all the way out here, but we'll find out when we start designing some things. But yeah, what are some additional things that we would still need in this base? Storage and crafting, we definitely have enough room for that. Like, we can probably even have the clone chamber easily inside. So I'm looking for like useful things that also make sense that it is all the way up the roof. Maybe some kind of aviary would be nice, you know, for flyers. That might be good. Might also be quite convenient to be on your roof so you can instantly fly out, you know. We can have a nice little room full of snow owls. So yeah, I don't know. Hello there! Welcome, Totem. Welcome. But yeah, aviary is probably one of the more sensible things to have on the roof, right? Because for sure, that is exactly what you would have on your roof, your flyers. So you can just land them out here. So I think for this section, at least for now, unless we really need more space, I think we basically want 2 big skylights there. Right? Because then we still have all that to build with. I think that is probably, yeah, enough, right? That should be enough. Then for an aviary, I guess the real challenge is, what was the aviary gonna look like? I guess the whole challenge for this top level, now we can do creative things. We can think of what the build is gonna look like. We can think of you know, what we want to do. Why is there no wall there? Because we now have the freedom. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, we also definitely want to do some kind of design here for the balcony. Probably with a roof, because let's be honest, it's snowing here. So I think at the very least. Okay, I'm kind of worried that might be sticking out on the inside. Well, it's definitely not going to be... Nope. Definitely not. So yeah, we'll keep it simple for the balcony. I mean, I guess it's a modern build, so having lots of these like different cubes and stuff out there is going to be worth it. But at least this is already like overhanging more than the foundations below. So that's the interest. And of course, as soon as we start playing with color and stuff, with either skins or painting it, that's going to really help us transform this build, because the main structure is concrete. I'm not going to use the same concrete skins that we used on the other build. I think we're going to go for a different approach on this one to get a different type of look. But yeah, I think we might do a little bit with glass here. Wait, did I put glass down there? I don't want glass down there. I'm gonna have glass at the sides, because I feel like that would be something you would see in real life, right? Because of I mean, I don't know, just the winds and the snow and everything coming in. Do we want to do something else here? I kind of do, but then I need these to be different. Because if I have quarter foundations here, I could maybe do something a little bit more unique on this side instead of doing the same glass thing. Although the glass thing, I guess, does make sense, but we'll just make it a little bit different here on this side. There we go. And yeah, kind of what I want is just like a nice wall of this. Because I think that could be design-wise, that could look really nice as well, right? I mean, yeah, I guess airship landing thing, yeah, we could definitely build that as well. We'll have the space to land it for sure. I guess the helicopter pad would it be, right, in modern means, and then of course in ARK your helicopter would probably be, well, either a creature, a Rhinianatha, or just the Zeppelin itself. Okay. Gonna use that there. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. Should I do the same thing here so that we have a corner with glass? You know, so that you're a little bit more sheltered if you're out here on the balcony. And then you also have like just the main open bit, because it is still a balcony, right? So we still need to be able to just look out over the wilds. Hello there, welcome in. And then we'll add a little railing. Oh. Railing along the side, just like that. Yeah, I feel like that's already looking nice. Adds a little bit of shape and character to the place. I kind of think that I'm gonna extend this even more, because I like the idea of having that going around the side just to influence that shape a little bit more. This would have been really perfect if this would have lined up. It doesn't quite line up. I guess we can make it line up, or we can... Oh god, I'm destroying things that I do not want to destroy. Or we can just make sure that it lines up with this. I think that probably makes more sense. There we go. So now that lines up. That's quite a cool design. Can we maybe do something like this still here to just bring in that extra bit of shape, I suppose? Yeah, I quite like those lines usually. It's Architect Strictures Remastered. There we go, we'll bring this in. Yeah, I like those, especially if you think of those as different colors. For example, if the diagonal is white and the roof is black, for example, that is a nice contrast. So that's kind of the way I see things now. Of course, we're all building it out of metal just to have strong structures, but yeah, once we start skinning it, oh, no, skinning it will be a nightmare. Just realized, this thing is massive. It'll take me days. Days, I tell you. All right, so yeah, I think that is a pretty decent look for the balcony, to be honest. Yeah. Kind of like these sides. Could I mean, I probably can't. Yeah. If I could have overlapped the glass, I mean, I could do quarters, but that's going to be so much. I don't think we need it. This is fine. Still serves as a wall, so that's fine. That's good. All right, so that is looking nice. We have the balcony covered. I guess that now really means that we're up to the top layer. Although before I forget, here on the inside, there was this room that we kind of still want to take care of a little bit by adding in these. So yeah, we just want to fill in these gaps. There we go. Do I want to have... I kind of do not want to have something there. But maybe the staircase would be supported like this. We just make it bigger. There we go. Yeah, that might be a better option. Hello there. There we go. Yeah, let's add just some of these below, just kind of to make the stairs a little less thin, because that looked a little bit weird. I think this is probably going to be fine. There we go. Yeah, just like that. That should work. Yeah, and I guess what could be really cool is having the little thin pillars along the side. I know it doesn't look like much, but I can make those light up. I think that would be a nice little detail, light those up, and then I guess, I mean, this is going to be a big wall. For now, we're just going to do this so that we know that we want this to be a glass wall, but it's going to go up all... Just maybe we should just make it all the way up, because then I just won't forget. So yeah, this side bit is just gonna get a nice room where you can still overlook down into this part, I suppose. I mean, there's a lot of big dinosaur breeding rooms in this build. This whole build is one big dinosaur breeding room. You can have rooms for every dino you want to breed, I think. I really think we might be able to do that. Hello there, Mr. Mike. There we go. Let's fill this all the way into the top. So yeah, it's just a nice big glass box, I suppose, but at least just kind of gives this separate room vibe. Do we want to have doors in there? We might, because it's actually a room, right? So I feel like it does make sense. There we go. All right. So, is there any other little things that we need to take care of before we start the outside? I guess only the railings that we forgot last time. And then, of course, well, yeah, we have railings around this area. I think we'll keep this pretty open for the rest of it. Well, this is interesting. Now, how did I end up in this situation? Oh, there's a quarter there. Well, that sucks. There we go. Okay, so those railings are back in place now. That should all be nice and safe now to walk around. These ones have railings. That's looking good. That's a nice task. Of course, there's probably going to be more like walls and rooms in here, but I feel like that's more for when we actually start doing the interior. But now at least all the basic shapes should be in place, and it's time to get thinking of what the heck we're gonna get doing with the roof up here. All right, I'm gonna just line something out here, because obviously there needs to be a building around this staircase, because I feel like that should be an internal staircase, right? So maybe that's just gonna be something like this, which, I mean, now I'm just doing it with the glass walls, but it might honestly still change to something else. I feel like this is just gonna be like a hallway, and then we might connect things to the hallway. I think that's probably the way we should be planning these things. And yeah, we can probably do it all the way until the end here, just to kind of blend it back in with the existing architecture there. There is a slight gap here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna care about that too much. Okay, so that would be one of the hallways up here, and then we can decide if we want to connect like different rooms and shapes to that hallway to connect like different sections, perhaps. And I almost feel like that there could be another hallway passing here to this side. So maybe like that. But yeah, at least the hallway, I guess, would stop here. And then how wide was that? That was 4 wide. Can we even do that? This would be 3 wide. I mean, 3 wide is still okay. There we go. I have not increased the structure limit, but I think we found out last time that I wasn't really that close yet. I was fearing without reason. Because if I stand in here, which is arguably kind of the middle, I'm not that close yet. So I seem to be doing fine. Definitely not an official limit, I think. But for my unofficial, I haven't boosted this limit at all on this server. This is just the default unofficial limit. Yeah, we're still totally fine. All right, so what I would like to do, yeah, I feel like we just need to start making sense of the whole shape of all of this, and then we can slowly start designing things. So I feel like having a gateway there so you can enter this part of the roof, you can walk around here, do whatever, and then it's gonna be here. That's gonna annoy me that it's not both on the same part, but I mean, I guess that would have to be there, but then I would like this wall to be one further out, which I guess we could do. Maybe just like this. Maybe it doesn't have to be the same, because that's like a different part of the building. But yeah, I feel like at least these entrances should be the same. So that means that this whole wall needs to be pushed out, which is fine. That's what we're doing right now. We're planning. We're planning this out. So this hallway is quite a wide hallway, but that's fine. There are 1x1, 3x3, and 5x5 gateways now, yes. So, the way you do it, this is a normal ceiling. If you go, normally we only had the cellar door. Now we also have these two doors. So we have this one and we have that one. So that is the 1x1. Then you have a large cellar door. The same thing. You normally had this one. Now you have this. And you have this. So you have hangar doors and barn doors. And then you have the behemoth version. Same thing. You have these two as well. So you have big barn doors, big hangar doors, 5x5. So there we go. We have all those new doors. It's a cellar door. Cellar door. The ones were already in the game. They just have extra options now. Oh god, I hate these things really with a passion. They're so glitchy. Like, you can't tell me this is the way they're meant to be moving. So glitchy. And now it's gonna be annoying me. There we go. Gone. Alright, so we have a hallway. We can start figuring out different shapes for the build. I almost feel like that we might just want to square this area off a little bit. Does that make our lives easier? I'm not sure, but we're gonna try. Oh, this seems to be quite high here. Well, it's fine. We'll just use ceilings. Okay, I feel like we need some kind of signature piece on top of here in the middle to kind of, I mean, show that there's something going on. So I'm thinking, well, yes, just something of a more interesting shape than the default build. There's now not a lot of room left with what we had going on before, but we could expand a little bit. Which sounds crazy now that I'm thinking about expanding after all this. But, yeah, I don't know. We might have to. No, but if we can integrate the hallway, I think, into this build. Maybe we should like do it like that. So maybe, again, these walls are more for my sanity than actually going to be staying, but that could be part of it. Well, I guess the hallway needs to be at least 3 high. There we go. And what I really want to do, I don't know if it's a wise idea, but we're gonna try it. Is I would really like something with a pointy roof. I'm not sure if we can get away with it because it's gonna get quite high because, well, we do have ramps, but ramps can't have walls. Yeah, this gets so high. Like, basically what I would like to have is like a shallower slope for this. But then I can't fill in the walls unless I use mods. Can you build in the wasteland? I was considering it, but I would have to find the right spot because I did a factory on the edge of the city, and things kept attacking it. So, yeah, it's kind of insane how big of a target you become. Okay, what if we started from here? I guess I'm just gonna have to build an A-frame, because otherwise I'm gonna go too high. I mean, I guess an A-frame wouldn't be the worst thing to do. But then how high do we want it to be? That's all right. Yeah, I still want to do a wasteland build, but I have to find a really good spot for it where there's maybe less dinos. There's a few spots where there's less dinos, it seems like. Because, yeah, I can't be bothered having to protect it all the time. Right, well, I guess we're doing another A-frame. I didn't do any A-frames for so long, and now I'm doing a lot of A-frames. Because, well, you guys don't know yet, unless you remember. But yeah, I've just done an A-frame build. Actually, even members don't know yet, because I've done more A-frame builds. Yeah, the King Titan spawns at the base. Yeah, then it's game over, right? I mean, I do feel like this would really help our problem here, just having the A-frame. Although I can't really go too far back with the A-frame. So it's kind of starts here. So yeah, this side is going to be the challenge, isn't it? Because, well, I guess I could at least have it stick out by one more. Yeah, that we could still make work. And then this would be the beam. And where would this end up? That is the big question. How far will this go back down? Only there. But that might actually be nice, right? It doesn't have to go all the way. And then the hallway can just kind of continue a little bit further. That is totally fine. I guess what we would do then here is probably like this, because that's only going to be 3 high. The hallway is going to be 3 high. I think we established that, right? Or do we actually know? Actually, I think we want the hallway 4 high, so we have a little bit of room above the gateways. There we go. So yeah, and then this, of course, can be a window again, because why not? Have a big window at the end of the hallway. There we go. And that will connect up to the actual base. There we go. So this would be, I guess, the build, or the end of the hallway at least. There we go. And we could even have a little rooftop. Just a little bit of glass. Because why not? I guess the A-frame could be the aviary. That would be quite nice to fly into, maybe. Well, it definitely gives the whole base a lot of shape. Definitely a little bit more than rebuilding. We've kind of taken over the whole ruin, and we added a whole base on top as well as in it. This is the biggest base for if you need all the space. Yeah, I feel like at least up to there we just want to fill in the sides as normal because, yeah, why not? Then of course this whole wall is gonna go because that's no longer a hallway now. That is just part of the A-frame. Awesome. And I guess this wall as well doesn't need to be there anymore. I guess this wall might need to be here because that might be the entrance from the hallway into the aviary build. Right, that would be the entrance. There we go, and this I guess would be the support layer. Yeah, we're just gonna have breeding rooms for different animals. That's how we decorate this place, just having different rooms. You can breed this over here, you can breed that over here. This is where you park your Titan. There we go. So yeah, that's gonna be the like support beam that we like to do for A-frames, especially for big ones like these, to make it look like it's actually properly being held up. There we go. Starting to look quite nice. I mean, there's already entrances down below. We already did that last time. So that's not going to be an issue. There's 2 behemoth gates. There's a behemoth cellar door or barn door entrance at the basement level. So that's entrances, of course. There's a balcony you can fly onto with the flyers, and then the whole roof you can fly onto. So both accessible by foot and by flyer. There we go. Okay, we'll add the supports in, and I guess we're building an A-frame now. It escalated into this. I've got A-frames on my mind. It's because I didn't do them for so long. They've come back for revenge. There we go. All the way back to the end. Okay, so that's the last support, and then I suppose this is going to continue over here, I think. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because kind of comes into the A-frame a little bit, this shape. But I think here on the end, at least, we would want this little bit of detail like that. The base doesn't just look huge, it is huge. This ruin is massive. And now we're adding more to it, which I guess that is kind of my fault, but at least it will be, this is the base of all bases. You will never need another home ever again. This is where you can do it all. Okay, so this is where the hallway starts again, and at least for this part, I would say this is kind of where the hallway ends. Just like that. And then I think that what I want to do, just to kind of make sure that this sticks out from the rest of the hallway, I'm gonna make this roof, this overhang, stick out a little bit further, because that's how we're gonna get a few different shapes in here. So yeah, like that. Yeah, we can all live here together. Guess that's what we've decided. Kind of like the fact that this is not going to be a window, but just a full end of the base. There we go. And then I guess we can have that line too, just to kind of break up these windows just a little bit, because otherwise this whole base is see-through. There we go. Yeah, I guess we could kind of have some kind of defense system here, looking out over the Titan fight. Although I don't think you want to lure the Titan to your base. Yeah, I like the look of this at least. You know, it does add a lot of shape to the build. Okay. Let's make sure that we have these available, because then we can also fill in this part over here. There we go. Okay, so the aviary, or the A-frame, I guess we want to turn into an aviary. Preferably. How much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that feels like a decent amount. So we'll fill these in. Those are already filled in. There we go. We need to figure out what the entrance is going to be for this place. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if it's gonna be like that, there we go. Can I don't know if this is gonna fit. That's too big. Also, it's way too far forward. Why am I building this on the edge? I guess we can actually remove this part because we pushed it back a little bit. There we go. Might actually use this because for skins this is more convenient. Of course you don't really need this wall, but yeah, if you're skinning it, it's nicer. Okay, we need an entrance. Also we need daylight, so let's make sure that we keep the daylight. So the idea would be that if I can get the whole thing with a big cellar door, that could be the entrance. But this one might be too big. Yeah, it's just too big. Just slightly. Although, could... Does it snap to quarter walls? Perhaps it does, perhaps it doesn't. And the answer is it does not. But maybe we can find a way so it does. Actually, we should start at 1 higher. This is where it should start, and then it should be 5 high. That would exactly fit. So if we do this, we might be able. I don't use a mod. That's just photo mode. And if you're in admin mode, if you're on a server, or if you're in single player, you can do it always. You can just change the time in your photo mode. There we go. Just a big flap like this. Is that going to be the nicest? I don't think this is the way. I think I know the way. We'll have to make some adjustments to the side here. As in not have this little walkway and everything here anymore. Why is this still floating? How is this still floating? It's magic. There we go. Yeah, because I think the real thing we want to do is we want to have it somewhere on this side. Okay. And then how high? Maybe too high? Oh, but of course the issue is going to be... No, we can make this work, I think. So... This is a gap of 6, so that should work, should be possible. Maybe actually we already do it after 1. We don't have to... No, maybe actually it might be good to have some clearance, because of course the thing goes open and then sticks out a little bit. So... That's 2. I think that should be high enough. I think at least. And then we can of course still make this like a nice little entrance, but yeah, then this is gonna be the way the flyers are gonna get in. I think we can make that work because this is 6 wide. So if we do this, that should leave exactly enough space. But how do we get the right snap point now? Well, maybe it doesn't have to be that difficult. We can do this. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be the right size. So... Sometimes... Wait. So it does snap to those pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we make it? Can we make it work? I think that is it. Okay, well, the downside is obviously we do not have these here. That's fine. That is totally fine. But I think that works as a nice big entrance to the aviary. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. And then this would be going up there. Because yeah, I think we're just gonna keep these metal walls going up like that. And then this is the side entrance for big aviary A-frame. Oh, no, please. There we go. Yeah, that looks like a nice side entrance. Hello there, Mr. Super Doom. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so that would be the entrance for the flyers. Then we can close this all the way up. That should be fine. We can probably just fill this entire roof in because I don't think we need a skylight in the entrance. So there we go. So yeah, big hangar door. I feel a hangar door for an aviary is kind of fitting. Right. So we want to add in some walls there. There we go. Just like that. Other side as well. Yeah, I think we definitely need some more space. I think we might not have enough. There we go. So, big side entrance for this build. Yeah, I think that's cool. So we have a way for the flies to get in. We have a way for ourselves to get in. That's just through the whole build. So that's easy. So yeah, I do feel like that one is going to go there. Then we might as well mirror that on the other side. Kind of keep that whole vibe going. There we go. Kind of dividing this up into different sections. Because I'm thinking ahead of what it might look like with the custom cosmetic skins, and I think this could be the one. There we go. Because yeah, I don't think we need an entrance on the front here then. Do we? Well, you already have a way to fly out. You don't have to have another one. We'll keep this side safe. Make sure nothing goes in here. No Titan just jumps in. What the heck? What did I do? Please don't destroy my build. Well, I'm pretty sure you can figure out a way to get a train driving around this base. It's so big. That's how we're gonna get from one floor to the other. There we go. We kind of just want to fill that little part in. And then, of course, we want to get these pillars here, because I think on this side, we're kind of just going to repeat the same pattern. The only thing is that here the beam is on the outside, which is fine. There we go. Oh, I got rid of this one for some reason. So yeah, big A-frame. We got an A-frame. Another one. Right, so that entrance is covered. We probably could add a door in there, just because, you know, you might want to secure your aviary. So the bird doesn't escape, right? There we go. Perfect, and then we'll just fill in the rest of these all the way back down. Perfect. Here as well. There we go. So we have a giant aviary build now, or a giant A-frame, which is in this case the same, with the hallway connected on one side, with the big entrance here on this side, which, yeah, that kind of works. I guess we do that just for something. Yeah, that is all right. So we have that. Then the next hallway is gonna lead us back here, and I guess we have some room left still for another building here. Oh my god, guys, why are we doing this to ourselves? I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, please, the next room. We're not gonna do another big ruin after this. Gonna go insane. There we go. We'll fill in this little one. Yeah, the hangar doors are definitely hard to work with. That's why I had to really make sure that I had enough space. I think this is one of the unique ways where it does work, because it doesn't go too crazy, but it's definitely hard to incorporate in builds because you really need to leave a lot of space around them, and it kind of means that it's hard to make them work with like any design. Yeah, shape-wise, it's nice to have those new doors as well as the barn doors that are big enough. Because the barn doors, like this one over here, this is big enough for a Giga as well. So you don't always need to go the behemoth, which is just way too high, like 8 high. That's, is it? Yeah, 8 high or something. It's crazy big. So yeah, there we go. We have this hallway now, I think, as well. Yeah. So this section of the build is certified ready. I don't know why we extended this, but I don't feel like that was necessary, because it kind of can just end here, because we didn't end up using any. What the heck? I just created another floating piece. I don't know. Magic happens. There we go. So yeah, because we definitely don't need that corner. Does fill up the roof, at least from this place. It's not gonna change much the look, because we're not gonna build much higher behind it. I guess another thing that we could build on the roof would be greenhouses. Maybe, you know, some greenhouses on the roof, some little glass boxes. Right, that's probably another thing you might use, and none of the other rooms are going to be greenhouses because those are all too big, so they're not going to get the effect, even though we use the glass. Because I'm pretty sure this glass gives greenhouse effect, but of course it just needs to be a way smaller box to get the effect from all sides, I think. So let's go for some small glass boxes is what I'm saying. First off, let's make sure that we also create this exit in the hallway. So that's going to be like that. Nice and simple. You know, just to spice up the hallway a little bit. Because I like that much more that we know what we're building up here. Because realistically, you already have space for everything you're gonna do. Like, why would we even build anything? But a greenhouse, I feel like, at least that makes a little bit of sense, right? So why is... Oh yeah, this hallway is a little bit weird over there, but it's fine. It's fine, yeah. Should leave it like that. Okay, let's finish this hallway before we start the greenhouses, and then we'll just kind of need to figure out how we can do some... I think the way that we're going to make them look nice is maybe... I don't know, stack them in some fun way? I don't know. How much greenhouse do you even need? Like, what? I am definitely a great ARK player. I play so much ARK. I know everything, but what will we use the greenhouse for? Like, what plants do we want to grow? Do we need a lot of greenhouses? What I'm asking, basically. Because that's what we might be getting, a lot of greenhouse. There we go. I feel that's reasonable. Do we do a little skylight here? Yeah, why not? Spice things up a little bit. Why is this... This is too wide. Oh no, that's because of that. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, this is the base. This base is if you never want to leave your base again. You can do everything in here. Never run out of space. There we go. This is starting to look quite nice already. I like the view that we have now of the ruin. This definitely looks like we did something right. You can definitely clearly see something has changed. So that's good at least. I think I want to at least have this walkway be a little wider as well. So yeah, I'm gonna fill this much in. Because that feels a little bit nicer. Feels like there's enough room. And I think then it's safe to assume that these are going to be skylights. Because I don't think we want to add any buildings on top of this part. Because that would just be getting silly. That would definitely be unnecessary. We might add like a little bit of something that looks like a defense system. We might. Because it's kind of fun to do that if it's near the Titan spawn. There we go. Well, yeah. I don't think the words little and small have any place in this base. You need to leave those at the door as soon as you enter this. They do not exist anymore. There we go. Perfect. So we have some nice big skylights, which I guess will work as well for there. You know, it's always nice to have. All right. So we have the hallway that ends here, and we have basically all this room for some greenhouses. Realistically, if we would have the hallway around, because we might have the hallway around, it would end kind of there, and that's where the build would start, and then I don't know. So I guess this is what the hallway would be like. I don't think we need that many greenhouses that we need to go all the way here as well. So we can keep that relatively normal. Yeah, I think I like that idea. And then this is where the first greenhouse can begin, I suppose. Right? That's where the greenhouses are going to be, and then this is, I suppose, just the end of the building. Can I even do this same design? No, we're not going to have the support, of course. So we can't do the same thing as that one. Which I guess is fine. So at least we'll add a few of these in. Do we need an entrance here so that you can maybe fly right in here? You know what? We'll do that. Just to give the option. This base is all about the options. You can pick what room you want to use today. There we go. I guess that kind of means that what we could do is a nice little design around another entrance. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do an attempt at not building a giant greenhouse in that corner. Wish me luck. First, of course, we're going to just finish this hallway because that will already give the build a little bit of shape so we know what we're working with and what we kind of want to do. But yeah, I don't think we need... We definitely don't need to do much. To be honest, if we give the hallway a glass ceiling, it's probably going to have greenhouse effect. Okay, there we go. That is the entire roof or walls done, and then we just need to add the roof. Let's add in this. This needs to be glass, of course, because this is going to be the greenhouse. So there we go. That is the door into the greenhouse. I guess now we can start this simple roof shape. All the way to the other side. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind adding something there, but realistically we can't really do much. So maybe we, you know, less is more sometimes. This build has enough going on without going crazy for every little corner of the world. There we go. Oh, I guess this is actually where we stop for now, because that's where the greenhouses start. There we go, just following all the way around. All the way. I mean, we're definitely not going to have like a weird little one wide skyline in the hallway, so we're just going to fill this all in. Guess we could have had a skyline, but you know, it's just a hallway, isn't it? Oh yeah, I guess this hallway was less wide. Actually, probably a better width for the hallway. Should we have done that here as well? Oh no, because we needed the door at the end. And that looks a little bit nicer this way. That's fine. All right. So it's starting to take shape. Starting to take shape. Now we have to do kind of a layout for greenhouses, and then I guess we can have like different sections for different plants. So if this is the first greenhouse where you enter, okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that would be one of the greenhouses. Just a very small greenhouse. I know we shouldn't say this word, the small, but it is. And then maybe over here there's another one. Just like this. You know, two nicely sized greenhouses. Nothing weird. I guess they have to be 4 high at least, because that's kind of where we started with. So we'll just fill that in. And then we need to figure out some way to make this into a nice design. And I guess here we could make another entrance to the rooftop here in the aviary. I know we kind of finished the aviary, but that means that this is like a courtyard up here that we could actually use, right? Feel like that does make some sense. So we kind of just, I don't know, I feel like this is a little bit boring having the exact same shape next to each other twice, so we might spice it up just a tiny bit. Kind of off-centering them a little bit. Because we definitely don't want to go too much bigger. Maybe we connect them. But yeah, we offset them a little bit. So this one will stick out a bit more. There we go, just like that. Yeah, this glass should have the same buff. I think all the architect stuff does have the same buff, so we can make it look nice. We don't have to use the greenhouse glass. There we go. Then on the outside, we can just continue this little border, I think. The inside, we're going to probably keep it to glass because we want that effectiveness. There we go. Oh. Oh, I placed it inside. Interesting. Okay. I don't hate that. You know, it's not too complicated. We definitely need some pillars and stuff in there, but I guess the real thing is going to be, let's get some crop plots down so that we can tell when we have the effectiveness that we're looking for. So this is what we would be doing. I think there's only going to be one exit, and it's probably going to be one doorway there in the middle. I suppose we could have like even more of them here. But that might also be asking, you know, just don't clutter it up too much. Maybe we actually don't make like a proper door, but just like a little hallway, so that if we use a robot, it can still fit through. We haven't had any troubles with ASR. We have it on our cluster as well. I mean, we kind of can't get rid of it anymore because we have the mod maker on our cluster playing, so. But no, it doesn't seem to cause issues for us. There we go. Let's fill in some of these corners. I think the thin pillars for the greenhouse vibe might be nice, right? Lean into the glass as much as possible. There we go. Okay. And then I kind of just want to have maybe one of these Although I don't know how far. No, that's gonna end up right next to that build. Let's not do that. I guess what we could do is maybe just add a little bit more on front. Just to kind of give that extra bit. There we go. Connects back up to the back. And then, because we did that, we now should be able to do a little bit of detailing this way. You know, add a little bit of design in to the sides here. Just to create some visual interest there. Oh wait, I did it differently on both sides. That's not good. Do I want them from the end? I guess I do, because then it looks more like it's actually supporting it. And it leaves a little bit more space between them in the middle. There we go. All right. Well, let's do the test. It's now no effectiveness. And if we go for this, it should change. Oh god. It should all change. There we go. Let's fill in the roof. I'm just hoping that this isn't too tall, but it shouldn't be, right? It's only 4 tall. All right. So yeah, see, now we have the greenhouse effect everywhere. Some corners it seems to be less. Why is that? It doesn't seem to like the corners. It doesn't seem to like this. Maybe because of the gate. That would make sense. I don't know. At least most of them, they seem to have the effects. All right. Maybe once we fill this in, this might also help. The ones around the edges. There we go. Nice glass ceiling. I was gonna say, do we want an exit? But we kind of, well, the exit isn't really useful. But we'll probably add a doorway in here, so that we don't have to play with the effectiveness too much. There we go. All right, so we have more greenhouse. You know, we can have a bunch of crop plots. Do we want to have all of it? Probably not. Let's also leave a little bit of space for, like, well, in my case, I would probably plunk down JVH there. Don't know if we'll use it. Compost bin. What else do we use? Like a little toilet. Just right here in your glass box. So yeah, this one can go in here because that already makes it look, of course, like we're doing some gardening here. And then I'm gonna have this one to make a little corner out of that. Then we'll have compost bin there. And I guess we'll have a toilet right here in the corner as well. You know, why not? And then over here, I think, well, we probably want to have access to water. If we somehow figure out how to get the water here, we would probably want a vault and maybe a fridge. Right? So maybe we have a fridge over there, maybe 2 fridges. Why not? There we go. And then some vaults. Lovely. I don't know why we only decorated this place. And then, you know, this guy's gonna be here.
Hard labor, is it? My user is
There we go.
good to me.
We'll place another one down here. See. Bring some life to the place.
Hard labor, is it?
So we got our survivor mates ready. We got all the little things. Yeah. Little glass. We probably want to add a few more pillars or beams. Just to kind of break up some of these big glass walls, I would say. There we go. Just like that. And then maybe, yeah, some actual beams here to kind of divide this up. Well, I guess we might as well do the whole thing. But yeah, I feel like we would at least need that one. There we go. I think that kind of finishes the complex on the top, right? We have, well, we need to finish the A-frame. I totally forgot to finish this side. We only did the other side. There we go. You know, that's totally fine. It's done. Big hole in the roof. It's fine. There we go. But yeah, I feel like we shouldn't add too much more because, I mean, there's no way you would use it otherwise anyway. I think we'll already struggle to... Well, I guess we don't decorate everything. We just leave a lot of room for dino stuff and etc., right? There's definitely going to be a lot of breeding focus in this base, I would assume, because of the size of it. But this is definitely looking nice, I think. Especially if we start painting / skinning the place, you know, getting some colors in there. Because now it's very metal and concrete. But yeah, that is starting to look quite nice. So I guess we'll start on the decoration soon. Yeah, the base might be getting big, you know, might be. I don't know for sure. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. We will see. We might not even be able to decorate everything. That is the thing. We literally might not be able to. All right. Been loving the build recently. That's great to hear, man. Oh yeah, the other snow ruin build. Yeah, it's a lot of space. I thought that one is big. This one is just the next level. This is definitely way too much. But I guess if you really want everything in one spot and you want to be breeding a lot or want to have a bunch of garages or something like that, I guess you might be able to pull it all off. All right, I think what we will need is some tools to start cleaning the place. And then we can start maybe start decorating. I think I'm just going to use the modern structures mostly. I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't want to do just the same thing we did before, right? Just go with the concrete ones, even though they are very nice for these builds. That's just the same as we already did. But first, we're going to be chopping some wood out of the basement. You know, there's a few trees in the way. Oh, I also needed to clean up the ceilings, but I guess we'll get to that once we're doing those rooms. There we go. There's a lot of trees still growing in my basement, which we can get some decent wood from. There we go. All right. Well, there's one tree left here. Yeah, it's funny how that goes. Sometimes I have like a bunch of ideas and inspirations to do a lot of builds back to back, because I feel like since the Extinction launched, we've already done quite a lot of builds. A few different builds. The ruins are quite fun. I was really excited seeing these because it's been a while since I saw a ruin that I was really excited to try and rebuild into a base. And these one definitely sparked that interest. Actually, also, even though not everyone seems to like the Wasteland skins as much, I think I definitely don't think they're as good or as versatile as the Frontier, for example. But I do think you can definitely use them for some really cool, fun builds. And all the ideas that I instantly had, like the shipping containers and the crane and the factory, which used them a little bit less, but they were still in there. I think that's cool ways to utilize them. All right. I think that might be a little basement free of trees. So let's weed it out a little bit. But yeah, I like this map, I think, a lot because of the amount of variations in builds that it inspires me to do so far. Because we've done the ruins, which are like very separate kind of thing, because it's mostly about figuring out how to work with the shape and then turning it into something nice. Then we've done the Wasteland skins, which was also just challenging to try and figure out a way to work with those. Because, yeah, I haven't seen any Mad Max, so everyone keeps telling me to do builds from that, but I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what to build then. But yeah, I enjoyed the little build. I actually moved those builds to a new location because I got inspired to make something bigger out of them, which you'll see soon enough, I suppose. I guess we definitely want some garages in here, right? At least one or two. I guess it's not really gonna line up with that door. So maybe we don't do that, but we just line them up like this. There we go. Yeah, I guess the only downside is the two textures getting through, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, it finally worked now for me. Hide the roof. Yeah, oh, I can't do it if I'm standing on it? Is that a thing? No. I don't know. Why did it work the first time? Yeah, now it works. If I'm standing here, I guess it works. But I think we'll keep the roof. I think that just looks a little bit nicer. And it still has room left for other things. I guess this is where you would keep a lot of the tame. So I don't think I want to fill this up too much. Because of, like, realistically, this is where you would have, like, maybe your carchas, your gigas, maybe hatching and breeding. So I don't think we want to mess with that too much. Yeah, I think the wasteland is actually quite a good one. The variations would have been nice, though. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. What do we need in here? Maybe what we need in the basement is some cryo fridges, because breeding. Some aircon. And then maybe the embryo. And the gene thingies. Right. I feel like that's reasonable things to have down here. Because if you're doing some breeding and stuff, that might be what you want to have available. And, well, I'm sure that at some point we'll place a generator and see if we can power it all with one generator. That would be quite nice. Yeah, where would we be hatching things? Why not here? In the middle of this bit of ice. A big wall of air conditioning. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we have the cryos close to this. There we go. So we had shacks. We have the cryo fridges. It's fine. All right. No worries, Average. Thanks for stepping by again. See you later. I have some of these lights. I kind of like the lights because they're not too powerful. So we'll use a few of those around. Well, I guess we'll not have it there. There we go. Awesome. So yeah, we have the garage, I think, covered because that's mostly just for dinos anyway. So we don't have to do too much in there. I think. And now we have a bunch to clear. We need to make it all nice and clean. And this layer is definitely where we want to have some divisions, you know? We want to make some different rooms, because otherwise it is giant spaces that we're trying to decorate, which usually doesn't really work too well. So we want to make sure that we kind of split it up in different sections and then try to think of purposes for each room, I suppose. Although, once again, this is a big base, so I feel like we're going to heavily lean into the breeding facility just because of the sheer size of this base. But I think just dividing it into rooms is going to help a ton to actually make it doable to decorate this place, right? Because it's ridiculous how big this base is. Yeah, it's some might say too big. But, you know, others might enjoy the space. And I guess it also depends, you know, if you got tribe mates, it's easier. Everyone can definitely have their own little sections, so you don't have to get annoyed at their mess. Because you can just go to a different layer of the build. Alright, well, we're going to be clearing this for a little bit because it's a big base. go. There's a lot of plants as well. Which is kind of why I didn't do it until we were ready for it. Well, that's one whip down. Need more whips. Yeah, I feel like, yes, definitely with the genetic stuff. I don't know anything about it because I've not really touched that part of ARK yet. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's reasons why you would have like different sections, especially these sections. We could dedicate this to like smaller sized creatures where you're breeding out like perfect stats and then adding genes for that creature. You know, you have like a little place to specifically store traits and stuff for that creature. Yeah, I feel like we can definitely do that because kind of like a laboratory vibe would fit this place, right? Especially since it's right next to one of the titans, so this might also be a lot of this might be, you know, doing certain experiments or whatever to get the right things for your titan army. Although I guess, yeah, dreadnoughtuses might well, I guess you could maybe get away with them because inside the core chart they would fit. You would have to cryo them into the base, but they might fit. Although they do fill up a base quite easily. I guess that's the way we're going to fill up the base. Just have a bunch of dreadnoughts out here. But like other creatures like the... what are the newer creatures here? The snow owls and stuff. We can have some of those in the aviary up there. We can have those spiky faced things from the desert. I don't know. The Venos, are they called? I don't know. I haven't done a lot of surviving yet, but very soon we will be doing a lot more surviving and combining that with building, seeing how we'll handle having to build everything in survival, because next Friday, or this Friday, Monarchy is starting, and I will be taking part, so that's going to be really cool. And that's when I'll finally dive into full survival as well for Extinction, so that's going to be exciting. That's also one of the reasons why I've been doing a lot of builds now, because obviously I'm gonna be a little bit more busy also if we have to do the monarchy thing, surviving and building and potentially racing, and you know, all the shenanigans that are there because of that many creators playing ARK on one server. But that should be really fun. Oh man. Maybe we should do sections of the build that I clear up, because otherwise I'm gonna be doing this for a long time. And the reason why I do it like this, I know there's technically also commands, but I don't like to take out anything that I don't have to take out, because I like those details around. Because some of the part of the ruin where there's plants growing, I actually quite like that, and I want to keep that because I want to still have some spots where you can see that this wasn't a ruin that was slightly overgrown, right? So yeah, we don't want to clear all of it out, just in the places where it doesn't make sense, like in the middle of a room. But in other spots, we might be happy that it's there. All right, I think we'll do this little part, and then we'll start thinking of some rooms to divide this floor into. There we go. Well, that's another whip gone. Okay, but we're getting there. We'll just do a little section before we start dividing some of these in rooms, because I'm gonna go crazy by the whip. Go. We're getting there. Nice and clean. Yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. I think there's like 60 creators they're gonna be taking part in the Extinction season, so it's gonna be busy, but I mean, I think it's gonna be really fun as well, right? How could it not? All right, let's take out the ceilings, because yeah, I feel like it makes more sense to, at least here on the inside, just have the full metal. I might keep that, but you know, it's off center, which isn't great, but it might just be a feature of the courtyard, you know? It might just be a feature of the garden. Not everything has to be centered. But I feel like at least the inside, it makes sense to just have normal ceilings. The courtyard is fine, and then we can add maybe a little garden area there. Although, you might just want to have this space available as much as possible, so you can also park some flyers here, or... I mean, yeah, you might actually have dreadnoughters in here. I don't know. They're quite big. If there's one place that it's going to fit, it's going to be here in the courtyard. Okay, I'm going to clear out the courtyard, and then we're going to start dissecting this layer into some rooms. There we go. Take these out. There we go. I'm gonna go crazy by whipping this. Okay, so we have the entrance here. I feel like it makes a lot of sense that this is just a hallway to the side, so that's totally fine. Do we actually want to create some kind of hallway here? Maybe we do. And then this would be the entrance into the hallway. You can go that way. You can go that way, and then maybe we turn all these rooms actually into separate rooms. I feel like that could be a thing. Let's see, where exactly are these walls? That could definitely work. So that would be the wall of the room. And then a lot of these inner walls are probably still going to be glass, but yeah, we at least want to kind of divide them up a little bit, I think. There we go. We'll just divide it up like this. So yeah, this would be the hallway in here. And then I'm not quite sure what the first little section of the build would be suited for. I mean, maybe that would be just more of your like storage. Would that make sense? Maybe not. I feel like the storage, you would want to make sure it's quite easily accessible by flyer and your gathering teams. And I don't think the entrance here is. Right? I mean, it's still pretty big room. This could definitely just be your base. But no, it's just one room. So then this is where the hallway starts. And then I think I want these rooms to be like this big. There we go. So yeah, this I think these are going to be different breeding sections. So that's going to be for a creature. This is going to be for a specific creature, and this one. So it's going to be like dedicated breeding bays for different creatures. Is there a hole in there? There is. Which I think is a nice touch, right? And it's one of the more sensible things we can do to divide this all up into different rooms and actually utilize them. So yeah, this would be a creature, this would be one, this would be one. And I kind of feel like we could have a bigger one maybe here. So, for example, oh, can't be that big because that's interfering with whatever is above. There we go. Yeah, so far this is lining up quite nicely. Don't know if we want actual big gates in here. I guess we do if it's for tames, right? There we go. So we have different like little labs for different creatures, which could be good. There we go. So yeah, this is 3 for like not too big, probably like maybe direwolf or pyromane could fit in here probably, because you can have a few in there without, you know, instantly running out of space. Basically, that is kind of the gist of things. And then this one is slightly bigger, but yeah, this would all be creatures that at least fit through the dino gate, I would say. There we go. But yeah, I like the idea of making a lot of this into like breeding lab, because I mean that gives us a purpose to design around, which is just very nice already. Probably wanna have proper metal there. There we go, and then we'll have a pillar to end that wall, and that gives us a nice little section. So I think for all of these, we're gonna want a cryo fridge, because, well, that makes sense. If it's for one specific creature, you would have a cryo dedicated to that creature in that room, right? And then we probably would also have Where are they? The genes in each room, because, well, obviously then for each specific creature, specific genes would be right at hand, which I feel like also makes a bunch of sense. And then in some of these cases it might be things with embryos, so we'll have this one. Yeah, we'll definitely also need to add feeding troughs, a lot of them around. But yeah, we can also it's also more for decorations. Even if it would cover multiple rooms, I feel just having them around as extra decoration is going to be nice, right? So maybe one of these also requires embryos, you know? We facilitate that as well. Then the ones that do not can, of course, perhaps have a fridge for some eggs. Right. I mean, this room is going to be equipped for everything, I think, because it's just so much bigger. So, yeah, might as well decorate it for everything. And then, yeah, feeding troughs is definitely what we want. I guess we should also add those to the basement, because we didn't do that yet. But yeah, feels like that's a no-brainer. And this already adds a lot of character to these rooms, right? Just having some of these details in there just makes it already feel a lot more alive. There we go. Such a big base. All right, so we have a few of these bays now to focus on specific creatures. I guess we could just make this level focused on dino breeding in general. That might be good. Because then in this room, this giant room, could just be for bigger creatures. Because you could breed some big creatures in here. So I feel like that's not that bad of an idea. I guess when I eventually make the video and I do all the cinematic shots and do the tour, I'm just gonna have to get a bunch of dinos in here to, yeah, kind of tell that story. Because obviously right now, if it's empty, it doesn't really convince that kind of base. But it will be fun to check out what dinos can fit in here. There we go. But yeah, definitely think this is all going to be centered around breeding this level. There we go. So we'll have some feeding troughs to cover this side. We'll probably want some cryo fridges, so we'll have some of those around too. There we go. I mean, I guess it does make sense to also have some traits and gene or embryo stuff around. Let's have two of them, just because, yeah, there might be multiple creatures that are bred in this room. And then on the other side, we can maybe do some trait stuff. There we go. You know, just to kind of decorate, because then a lot of this might be open still, but that's just because yeah, we're gonna have giant creatures in there. All right, let's clear a little bit more out because this is just the hallway, so we don't have to do much. We might just add some benches in certain spots, you know, to kind of just add a little bit of life to the place. But yeah, see, this is why as soon as you have a goal for an area, it's much easier to start like decorating it and giving it purpose. And I think the next layer, that's probably where we'll dedicate a room to like storage and crafting. There we go. And then I guess what else do we need? Well, we need one bedroom or something, you know, some sleeping pods, some personal storage, and that's kind of it. And of course, we'll have the aviary at the top. The greenhouse we have already kind of decorated, so that's good. All right, that area is now clean. I guess we can clear out this section so that this whole layer of the build is rid of these pesky plants. I kind of want to keep those on the outside. Don't mind those. Actually kind of like having those by the window. I guess we do have also some crystal here that we might want to get rid of. There we go. All right, cleanup time. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely also breed gigas and everything in here because this is a tall room. So this is definitely going to be the ultimate breeding facility if you do rebuild this ruin. Okay. Oh, jeez. There's so much space in here, dude. So much space. Jeez. There's no end to these. Wait, is that a tree in here? At the top of a tree? Might be. We might have to check outside. Might just be the top of the tree poking in or something. Well, look at how nice and clean it's getting here. Ready for some gigas and karchas and, I mean, dreadnoughts, whatever, to be bred up. Make the ultimate army. Damn, I'm gonna have so much crap in my inventory. Not gonna be able to craft anything anymore because my inventory is just gonna be full with fiber and berries. I mean, I guess we can at least ditch the berries into a feeding trough. There we go. Okay, well, let's actually do that. Empty out the inventory a bit. There we go. That's one big room. Okay, so we have some breeding bays here. We have a bigger one there. I guess we kind of just want to turn these last remaining spaces into breeding related things as well. We could definitely have another breeding laboratory there. And here we could probably figure something out. And I think, and then in the front hall, this is just going to be like maybe a major cryo center station. Like there's so many cryos, all the cryos you ever need. Because I've seen some people having bases like that. So I feel like that might make sense. And then maybe a replicator specifically to make cryos in or something. You know, maybe that would make sense. There we go. It's a good corner for the replicator at least. But yeah, I feel like a proper cryo area might be really, really good. There we go. Just have a bunch of them. Well, this is not even that much yet, because this is just one row in front of the window. There we go. So yeah, I feel like we just want a bunch of cryos here. If this is a laboratory for breeding, a big breeding facility, I think you have a room of cryos everywhere. So you can sort every creature into separate cryos, right? That is what this hall is for. This is the hall of creatures. There we go. Cryos everywhere. I don't know. Probably people would sort this a bit more. I guess there's custom cosmetics that you can add the icon of a creature, so then it's a little bit more organized. But we have a big base, so we need to do something. All right, we have some of these bays. Let's make a bay here as well. So another lab for some creatures in here. There we go. Just like this. I think this is a decent size for the breeding bay. And then we can have this be a proper wall. And then most of this, of course, can just be glass, because yeah, we like to see what's going on in those breeding docks, so we can see all the creatures inside and stuff. And it just means that this hallway is a little bit wider, but that's fine. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, that's the start. And then of course, in here, we're gonna want a cryo fridge at least. We're gonna want some traits. There might be some embryos involved. We might also need a fridge. We definitely need a feeding trough. And actually, what we didn't do yet is having some aircon walls. to hatch eggs, right? Because we did make some spots where we think they might be hatching. So let's add in... Oh. Some of the hatching spots for eggs. This one maybe as well to the side. There we go. That's embryo, so that doesn't have to have this. All right. Well, it's starting to feel like a breeding facility lab with all these little sections now. That's good. We still have the nice courtyard. And I think this is gonna stay pretty open here. I feel like that could be nice. Because then you could also have some slightly bigger creatures here if you needed. Kind of need to find a somewhat central place. Is this even gonna power everything? Is this gonna be the one? It might be. Oh, kind of needs to go more. It covers side to side, but it doesn't cover all the way there. Is it... Can I move it closer to that? Because now it's here. So it would have to be there, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say where exactly it needs to be. It just needs to be a little bit more central, I suppose, to actually power everything. Although I think the higher I go, that might also be causing issues to the bottom layer. I don't know. I have to give it a go, I suppose. So then the power would be here, perhaps. Okay, it covers to that side. It still covers everything here. And it should cover pretty much everything there. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that. Everything should be powered then with that one generator, which is cool. No, it's actually down here. All right, well, there's definitely some extra rocks in here, but that's fine. So yeah, this would definitely be some more general breeding area, I guess. I'll play around a little bit with that. Let's see if there's actually more rooms we need to make, because I feel like we did a good job on this level, dividing them into separate rooms, making it pretty practical to use as a breeding facility. So I guess what we want to figure out, we want to clear out a little bit more on this layer, and then we probably want to figure out like a good crafting and storage setup. Get all that going on here. And then I guess this could be your bedroom, because it's kind of like a separate room. It's overlooking the dinos, which could be nice. Yeah, that could be a good spot. I mean, honestly, this this place is so big that you could have all the bedrooms everywhere you want. You could have one for each day of the week. I think this would be really nice as a crafting section, just because you'll have some pretty cool views, which might be nice. Okay, well, let's clear out a little bit more. go. Jeez, there's so many plans. Oh well, we still have some more to go. There's still plenty more. Yeah, this is definitely the biggest base ever, isn't it? I'm very happy that this is a rune rebuild and that is not normal build that I have to do twice for the tutorial. So that's good. Exactly. You know, whipping is thinking time. You can think about what you're about to do with the room. I think we still had some whips, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think having the crafting area here would be really nice. Ooh, a kitchen for kibble. Yeah, that would be good. Definitely want to have a separate kitchen area for sure, because otherwise what the heck am I going to do with all these different spaces if I'm not separating certain tasks. Okay, I guess some of this is not harvestable. So we'll just move on. If it's not harvestable, it will stay. It's part of the... This is a ruin that we rebuild kind of aesthetic. There we go. We're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Okay, well, yeah, it's not too bad. We're almost there. Separate kitchens for kibble and player. That yeah. I mean, I don't think we would run out of room if we would do that. So, might be a good call. There we go. Okay, then just to see. Yeah, I think we can get rid of some of these ruin pieces. Which might clear up our room a little bit. There we go. Over here then. Glad that we can get rid of these. That will definitely help clear up this room and make it a little bit more sensible instead of having these big ruined pieces in the middle of our one of our main rooms. There we go. Is this something we can harvest? No. Okay. So I think this is going to be the main crafting room because I like the idea of being crafting with this view. Right? And then this maybe could be the kibble kitchen. Because then we potentially even have room for some dodos laying eggs in the corners or something, you know. I don't know what you all... Yeah, you might have some dodos around. Can I get rid of these, please? Gonna have to do this just so I can reach it a little bit easier. All right, that should be a clean layer here. So there we go. I don't mind these plants too much. Actually, could be cool as details. These ones in the middle of the balcony need to go though, but right on the edge I think is fine. Let's clean the balcony as well, because yeah, this is a good place to enjoy the view, right? There we go. I mean, some of these plants actually just add some nice color to it, so... But yeah, I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense to have them, I suppose. It's a little bit random. Okay, we can add our own plants. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot the amazing balcony we have. Pretty damn cool view from your balcony, that's for sure. Oh, those annoying manas though. Don't like them. Do I actually just need some kind of proper entrance here? I guess kind of would be nice, maybe. There we go. I think we might actually be able to do this. Let's hope it doesn't stick out on the other side. That's fine. We just call it aesthetics. It's just a design choice to have these pipes there. That's totally fine. Actually, we kind of want one there anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, I think this is a good addition. You know, having a proper gate or door to the balcony. That is definitely nice. A nice touch. All right, we'll do a little bit more, but I'm definitely not going to make the stream too long because I've been streaming a bunch and that was fine when it was the holidays, but I have to go back to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So we need to be a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, there is a tree sticking through my floor. Let's do that before I forget. All right. I guess we can maybe make like the main crafting hall, because why not? That will fill in a bigger section than anything else. So even though we already have a replicator down at the cryo level, we're gonna have another one here. Because, well, this is the crafting level and we want everything here. All right, let's make sure that we have everything. Linked storage, I suppose that's something you would have here. The steam forge, the new thingy. A clock, I guess, if we can fit that in somewhere. I guess we wouldn't really have... Would we have cooker here? Yeah, maybe for dyes. I guess why not? Because we have the space once again. Oh, I should have added the bio grinder to the basement. Okay, well, we need the forge. Well, we already have the other forge. What else? What else? I guess I need like the grinder. Don't really need the fabricator, but might as well add it because honestly, I need things to fill the space with, right? All right, let's start with the big structure being this one. So that right over there. Should we do 2 of them? Just on both ends? That's too far back. What did we do here? I guess that's also slightly sticking out. We don't want anything sticking out. We have plenty of space to keep it all inside. There we go. I guess that's the trick then. There we go. Yeah, why not? We'll have mass forging going on. I mean, I guess what we could also do is still somehow add a little bit of a wall here, right? Because we might as well. Because what the heck are we gonna do otherwise? So there we go. We have 2 entrances to our crafting hall like this. And then we can fill in the nice glass wall because, yeah, we totally should have a hallway up here as well. And then different rooms for all the things. Because if your base is this big, you might as well. All right, let's pick the grinder because this is going to be pretty good spot for it, I think. Actually, maybe not snap it and then just place it like that. That's fine. Actually, what we kind of need is a place for the clock. And that needs to be a full wall somewhere. So maybe just like this. I mean, I guess we could even center it. That might be nicer, right? Just make a special clock wall. There we go. Because now we can fit it right in the middle. There we go. That looks nice. What else? We did want the cooker here just in case you need to craft some dice for your new armor that you've made. We will have a fabricator here just for looks. Because why not? And then we'll have chem bench there as well, just to be sure. And of course we want to have the makeshift mega lab. There we go. Yeah, and then of course we need storage. I guess we just want to have some dedicated storage in a base sophisticated like this. We'll have some dedicated storage. Where should we have it? This feels like a nice storage wall. There we go. Not too bad. We have so much room still in the middle, but that might be because you want... I guess a hatch frame would have been nice, but not going to change that now. There we go. We're going to have some vaults like this for everything that doesn't quite fit in the daddies, you know, that doesn't go in there. There we go. Nice roomy crafting room. Up here we have a new hallway then created. That will be the kitchen, and I guess this will be the personal kitchen or something. I don't know, man. We have too much space. And then this over here will be the bedroom, because yes, we can. I think. All right, let's change it to normal time once more because it's slightly getting dark. But I think we have at least created all the rooms, which is good. That is good. We have divided everything up to rooms. That is actually really exciting because that actually makes it somewhat of a livable base, even though it is absolutely huge. There we go. We have access to here, and that brings us onto the rooftop itself. You know, why not? We definitely also need a feeding trough here, because this is the aviary, so this is where the flies would be. And then I feel like we should have this thing or something up here, just for fun. Because the Titan lives there. Right? We can keep an eye out on him. I guess at least it will look fun. You know? Just that little extra feeling of defense. I don't think it's gonna do much against the Titan, but you know, it looks like we're ready for it. It looks like we're ready for it. All right, I think we've divided the whole base into sections. That makes sense. As I said, I'm not gonna make the stream too long, so I don't think we'll manage to finish it all. So let's take one more look through it all, and then yeah, maybe any suggestions that you have, you can leave so I know what to add when I finish up the build for the eventual videos. But I think we did a really nice job. It turned out to be a ginormous base, the biggest base you'll ever have, the biggest base you'll ever need, but the perfect breeding base apparently it turned out. Perfect breeding base. So let's take a quick look around what we've done. We have, of course, the big dino pen / garage basement, where you can have some big tames in here. You can have your battle rigs in the garages quite easily. You can do some hatching, gigas, scorchas, whatever. There's this little owl. Oh my god, he's beautiful with that blue. Very nice. We got, of course, some gene stuff and trait stuff. The entrance up to base, just like that. Then the Hall of Cryos. We've decided that this is a breeding base, so this is where you can have all the cryos in the world and sort them per dino type. Then we have the hallways around here with different breeding docks. So this is a lab for one specific dino that you're breeding. You're getting traits and everything for. And then this is a different one for a different dino. Another one for a different dino. And then a slightly bigger one for a different dino as well. So yeah, we have a lot of different breeding bays pretty much. Then this is probably where we're gonna do a little bit more breeding stuff, but then just open ground, so there's a little bit more space here for bigger things. And then we have another breeding bay over there. We of course have the beautiful courtyard in the middle. It can't be the same owl actually, because I dino wiped in this stream, so it's a new one that got stuck in the exact same corner. But yeah, we have a lovely courtyard out here with all the layers that we can appreciate. And then we have the last giant dino lab for the biggest things. We can hatch in here. We can let them grow up in here quite easily because there's so much space. Then we can go up to the next layer. We have more hallways. We have our main crafting hall, which is quite cool. This definitely has a great view for a crafting hall. So yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Then this is going to be the personal kitchen for my own food. This is going to be a kibble kitchen. And then we have some more space. I don't know what we'll do with this space. This might just be a lounge, you know, a little lounge area, maybe some poker, stuff like that. You know, we'll just try to incorporate literally everything that's in the game. And then this will be the bedroom, with also a decent view. You know, you'll have a decent view from here. So yeah, we've divided everything up somehow. And then of course we still have a lovely balcony out here as well. That I guess will just be to appreciate the views and maybe park some of your flyers as well. I don't know. And then we can go all the way up, and we have of course access to our roof with our amazing Titan defense force here. That's definitely going to help. And of course just the hallways around here on the top. We've got our big aviary up here, which will be quite nice, I think. And yeah, we have the big hangar door for the biggest flyers, I suppose. And then we have access to our rooftop as well to enjoy the views here. And I mean, park even more flyers, I suppose. And then what else do we have? We have more hallway all the way around until we end up at the greenhouse. And we have a lovely little greenhouse with all little survivor mates that are now back to sleep mode, which are really cute and cozy. And yeah, a bunch of plants could be grown here, so that's quite cool. And especially since we're in the snow, but there's still a working greenhouse as well. So yeah, I think we managed to turn it into something pretty cool. Definitely a huge base. Yeah, maybe too big, maybe too much space, but if you're really into breeding and you want to do it all in one spot, this could be it. And you don't need to do crazy amounts of building. It's a lot of foundations and walls just to fill in the first layers, 2 layers, and then there's some creative opportunities up here. Of course, I'll probably go around skinning a little bit to get a little nicer look. And we'll decorate the rest. We're gonna add a bunch of dinos to add some life to the place. And, you know, I might add 1 or 2 things here and there just as, you know, a little bit of extra. But these were 2 really fun streams rebuilding this giant ruin. I will be doing a few more streams probably before we jump into Monarchy. So any build ideas for future streams, let them know. Either now, either in the comments on any video, or on my Discord in the suggestion channel. And we might get to them. But yeah, I think we did a thing, and I think we did a pretty cool thing here with this ruin. I hope you guys like it. And once again, as soon as I've finished the whole thing, there will be a video, of course. And I will post my whole build. But of course, you can already watch back in the streams, the 2 streams, but they are quite large streams, of course, because we spend a lot of time on this. So yeah, you can do that, or you can wait until I've finished the build and uploaded the whole build portion of the video on how to do this. But yeah, it's definitely... yeah, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want. This is all the space you'll ever need. This is huge. Actually huge. And I think even big tames you can house in some of the rooms that we have, which is insane. So yeah, if you want a cool ruin base, this could be it. Unofficial is going to be difficult. You can't do what I did, I think, just because of the limit on official. You would just have to limit it to rebuilding the floors, I think, and not build on top as well. But hey, at least it looks like an amazingly cool base. So yeah, you know what, now we're still here, let's for those that are still around, what was that colorful Rex? Let's take a look at the city. The city's this way. Oh geez, meteor storm out here, because yeah, I kind of moved most of my my previous builds to a new area. Been playing around to create something more because I felt like they fit together quite nicely. Let's actually make it normal. So we have the storage container starter base right here, right there, and then we have the crane. But as you can see, I've added some train tracks to this kind of feeling. So basically what I'm going for is like a proper industrial area, maybe scrapyard feels eventually. And then I've added the factory that we did the other day as well here. And then the train tracks connecting. This train track actually goes around and then circles back through this little storage area, and we have a little train track and station here connected to. You can also park the train right up in front of the factory. So I've kind of combined some of these wastelandy feeling builds that we've been doing into this one area. And then yeah, we've got the whole track. It goes all the way around actually, so we can loop around the obelisk. I might do some more builds. I was thinking I might do like a railway station here, like where some of the trains are stored, and I don't know, we'll see, because I don't think a lot of people will be using trains, so maybe not a railway build, but I thought at least it makes for a nice look having them together, because I do think they kind of fit the vibe. So yeah, we might grow this out a little bit, because I kind of like the idea of turning the shipping container thing into like a compound, like a full base. So yeah, kind of place them together. It's also in the sun here in the city, which is quite nice, because you can see the colors pop even more, and you can see the builds even better. So yeah, very exciting. And yeah, of course, these are all the tutorials. We've got tutorials for the starter base. I think the tutorial for the crane just went out today, and I just finished editing the tutorial for the factory, so that will be up soon as well. So yeah, many exciting things coming. But of course, today was all in the theme of one of the 2 snow ruins. We've now done both of them almost. I still need to finish up the big one, of course, but we're almost done with them, which means that we'll soon be moving to some other cool build projects on stream. And yeah, hopefully they will be just as fun. Anyway, it's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and if you did, yeah, don't forget to like the stream as well, and make sure you're subscribed. Again, as I said, I'll be back soon, either with a video or with another stream. And then yeah, hopefully soon we'll have some fun things as well, of course, with Monarchy starting. That's gonna be really fun. So yeah, excited for that. We're actually gonna do a raid on YouTube. Let's see how that works. So thank you for being here, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and maybe join me in the redirect raid. I don't know what it is called, but yeah, I'll see you next time.